Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot. Today I have a brand new deck to share with you. This is the Medieval Mischief Tarot created by Riccardo Gil Ferraro. As you can tell, brand new, never been out of the box before. And to be completely honest with you, I would not have this deck in my collection yet if it wasn't for the fact that Amazon had it for sale 50% off. So this beauty was 11 bucks when I bought it, and that's pretty much the reason I did. But as soon as I saw the pictures online, I just fell in love with this deck. And if calls to you too, I'll share that link in the description below with you and you can check it out for yourself. You can order it for yourself if you want. No guarantees it's going to be 50% off still. A lot of times when you see amazing sales like that, you have to jump on them. There's that whole FOMO, fear of missing out because you miss that out, then it's like over $25 again, and you might not want to spend that much. We're going to get into this deck. We're going to get the plastic off of it. We're going to get in and see the cards. You're going to see them the same time as me. And like I said, if it calls to you too and you love the illustrations, by all means, I'll leave the link in the description below where you can purchase it for yourself. Or you can contact me any way that you see fit to book a reading with this beautiful deck because I am so excited to start working with it. Plastic is off, and now we have this nice little box right here. A very good quality box. It's one of those, I always want to call them tuck boxes. I don't know if that's correct. You can see it opens like that. Before we get to it though, I'll read you what it says on the back. With a fascination for the Middle Ages, Italian designer Riccardo Gil Ferraro, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that name correctly, has created a thoroughly original deck with a modern medieval aesthetic. Having collected esoteric and Marseille-style tarot decks, Ferraro was intent on creating a deck with simple, accessible symbols for today's readers. Medieval Mischief Tarot provides elemental and astrological correlations within whimsical drawings on borderless and wordless cards. Kings, knights, damsels, and demons show you the path to self-knowledge, and it includes a 78-card and 60-page guidebook. So that is the description on the back. There's one side that kind of looks like it's going to be death or something. Really excited to see those illustrations. And here's the next one. So it's kind of like spooky black and white aesthetic, and this is like right up my alley. So we're going to get into it. Beautiful so far. You can see the colors right there. Very interesting, and they're about the size of playing cards. So I'm going to assume they're going to be really easy to shuffle when we get to that point when we start using them. This is the back of them. So we have those illustrations. Obviously, you can't tell what is upright or reversed, so if that's something you like to do and read uprights or reversed, it's definitely completely possible with this and you won't know which way. So we have the title card there, and we'll start right here. Now, as it did mention right there, with the backs, there might not be any words on these cards, so it's not going to be necessarily a deck for beginners per se, because you're not going to have those like things that tell you about it, like the full doesn't say full, and we know this is the full right here. We do have that 0 right there. Let me zoom in to make this a little bit easier because they're kind of further away. There we go. And there is the full, and we had the full there, and the symbol for air, I believe. Yes, most definitely air. I don't know if you can see that well. That is my handy dandy little pen right there on a post-it, so that I always have this on my desk and I can always see it because I don't trust myself when it comes to this stuff. So we could set that right there if we need it. Move from the Fool to the Magician. We have the illustration there. Very simple black and white aesthetic again. We have the things right there like the pentacles and the sword, the cup. He's holding the wand in his hand. We have that air energy again. And this symbol right here of Mercury. So that's very much the planet that is astrologically connected to the magician. So it shows that air energy, Mercury, there's a lot to go with this. As simple as the illustrations are, there's a lot to see in them, a lot to learn from them. Move from the Magician to the High Priestess. Now this is one of the cards that made me fall in love with this deck. I love the fact that it's part spider, part woman, and it really shows just the intelligence and the wisdom that comes with the spider. Think back to Charlotte's Web. It wasn't, was his name Wilbur? It wasn't Wilbur that was the one with the intelligence. Yes, the web said some pig, and he was special and all that, but it was Charlotte, the one creating the web, that was really the one sharing that energy, sharing that intelligence to help keep him alive. So it kind of has that vibe there, that spider vibe, the intelligence they have, the patience they have, the dedication they have to making those webs to achieve their goals. Now, instead of the air elements we had here with the Magician and the Fool, the High Priestess has the water element of the triangle pointing down, Plus, she's got the astrological symbol of Pluto here, which I find really interesting because I honestly was always under the impression that the High Priestess connected to the moon. She was astrologically connected to that. But here we have that energy of Pluto, which Pluto's the planet of like death and rebirth. And I always like to relate it to the scientists that once upon a time thought it was a planet, decided that it wasn't a planet, and called it a dwarf planet. So it's kind of that energy of judgment. That's the one I thought it was astrologically connected to. And judging yourself fairly, forgiving the past, and seeing yourself as the amazing soul that you are. And so that kind of energy with the High Priestess here, and I can see that because there's that 2 energy which relates to judgment as well. So when we get to the judgment card, it's going to be really interesting to see what astrological correspondence there is there. We move from the High Priestess to the Empress, just illustration right here. And we have the earth element down here. We have the symbol for Venus right here in the feminine energy. You know, she's taking control. She has that wand. She's holding onto it, and she's bringing beauty into her life because she's the card of creativity and creation itself. The Emperor follows that. We got the astrological symbol of Aries right there, along with the symbol of fire, because it's astrologically connected to Aries, which is the cardinal fire sign of the zodiac. The Hierophant is next. We have the Taurus sign and the symbol for Earth right there, and the 5 for change and transformation. Hierophant is followed by the Lovers. And this illustration sort of looks like she's trying to strangle him while he's trying to talk her down. Very much the energy of the Lovers. Get the arrow going down there like it's Cupid's arrows attacking that dragon. The dragon seems to have an eye there and an eye there as well. We have the energy of air right there because it's astrologically connected to Gemini, which is our symbol right there. So this is a very informative deck. If you know your astrological correspondences, you know your elements, or if you're like me and you don't remember them all that well, then write it on a post-it, hook it on your desk, or hook it wherever you can see it. Then you can refer to it if you ever need it. Move from Lovers to the Chariot, which is number 7, and it has the symbol for Cancer right there, as well as the symbol for water, because we have Cancer is the cardinal water sign of the zodiac. This is a very interesting illustration because it doesn't particularly look like a chariot carrying him, although this could be the chariot with the wings of the angel kind of taking control of it with her hair flowing. And he looks like he has crab hands, so that kind of relates to the whole Cancer energy. We have, okay, this is, like I said on the back of it, it's a Marseille style deck. So instead of strength being 8 here, we have the energy of justice instead of strength. You can very much tell this is the justice card of the major arcana because it's very similar to that of the Rider-Waite-Smith. We have the astrological symbol for Libra over here and the air symbol over here for that cardinal air sign of the zodiac. And she's got her eyes closed. She does look to seem a little bit sad in this illustration, as in like something might be bothering her, something might be bringing her down. But she's still very fair and balanced, and that's the whole energy of Libra and justice. Moving forward, we have the energy of the Hermit, astrological symbol of Virgo, holding the symbol of Saturn in his hand, bringing those beautiful energies down to earth, because Virgo is the sign that can perfect and bring beauty into life. I always love that energy. My mom is a Virgo, and she's one of the most creative people I've ever met. She can take literally anything and just bring beauty to it, create something with it. Like all my Christmas gifts, my birthdays and gifts and stuff growing up, they were very much handmade, and I would not have it any other way. Like just the ability that Virgos have to keep working hard, that energy of Saturn, disciplining themselves, focusing on the routine that needs done in order to perfect their goals and bring beauty into life. Hermit follows, or Wheel of Fortune follows the Hermit, and we have the symbol for Jupiter right there. We have the symbol up here for fire, showing that energy, that will, that passion that makes our ideas grow when we take a chance in ourselves and spin the wheel. And we have the wheel right there with all the different, spelling out Torah right there, T-O-R-A. Now I don't have a lot of information on that in my head right now, but very important, very connected to tarot, and very much shows just the power that is the Wheel of Fortune. We take a chance on ourselves. The luck of good fortune of Jupiter is with us. We must believe that luck and good fortune is with us in order to go after our goals. Then we have strength. You know, in this deck, like I said, justice was 8, strength is 11. We have that fire energy again because this is astrologically connected to Leo. The symbol for Leo up there, and that 11 up there, so that connects it with that as well. And instead of the illustration of like the maiden holding the lion's mouth open, she's tamed it enough that she's able to ride it. The Hanged Man follows strength, I almost said justice again. And we have the illustration here, bringing the water down, has the 12 there. He's got the snake wrapped around him, the tree, and he's taking time to think everything through while hanging upside down and letting the ideas flow to him. And we have the astrological symbol right there for Neptune, I believe. Think of Neptune like King Triton, easy way to remember it, if I'm correct. And that energy there shows like mysticism and dreams and taking that time to think everything through. Don't necessarily hang upside down for a long period of time. It will make you dizzy. There's a good chance that you might throw up when you're doing that and all the blood's rushing to your head. So just spending some time in solitude, having patience with the process. That's kind of the energy of the hangman, not necessarily hanging upside down and letting the blood rush to your head. Death follows the hanged man. We have the illustration there, the astrological symbol of Scorpio, the energy of water, because that's the fixed water sign of the zodiac. And this is just a fun illustration of death. I like the little hourglass over here. His scythe almost, it's got a worm or a snake on the bottom, and his tail is even a scorpion. So this is just such a fun and whimsical deck, and it's so just, it inspires you to go after things, and it inspires you to trust your intuition more. Like I said, it might not be a deck for beginners per se, but definitely if you know these symbols and stuff, there's so much you can go from this, and you so much more learn from it. And with that black and white aesthetic, I mean, the more I look at it, the more you could bring this deck to life even more. If you're a good artist and you like to color and stuff like that, then you could totally take these cards and color in these different illustrations and make this even more unique than it already is. I won't be doing that though, because I'm not one that's good at coloring in the lines. Plus, I pick up things and I lose interest in them after a while, and coloring it just doesn't seem a good idea. But if that's something you want to do, go for it. This deck looks perfect for that. Temperance follows death. We have the illustration there. The beautiful woman, angel, that's pouring water from above down to below. The alchemist of the cards, astrology connected to the sun sign of Sagittarius right there, which is the mutable fire, and we had the symbol for fire right there. The devil follows temperance right here, and we have the devil right there. In the mouth of the beast, we had the symbol for Capricorn there, the symbol for Uranus right there, and I've always thought that Uranus was astrologically connected to the Fool, so we're going to go back and look, and we can see there is no astrological correspondence to the Fool card. So this is the only one we have that doesn't have that, because we've got it with Mercury right there and it continues. But the devil here seems to be astrologically connected to Uranus. And that's very interesting because it's the cardinal earth sign of the zodiac, connected to the devil. And with the devil here and astrology connected to Capricorn, there's that creative energy, ability to take things in life, grow them into something more, make something out of nothing. And that's what I love about the energy of Capricorn. And with the devil as well, because think about it. If you take the word devil and you spell it backwards, what do you have but the word lived? So in order to live a comfortable life, we have to embrace that devil side of ourselves. And that kind of shows that energy in this thing, this illustration. It doesn't matter that he's in the mouth of the beast. He's in control. It's as if he's holding that snake and holding that flame and wondering what he can make out of the two of them. Then there's the devil, and we have the tower that follows the devil, the most feared card of the entire tarot, more feared than death, because it's situations that are out of our control to stop. The tower is going to collapse whether we're ready for it or not. And this kind of shows like a cyclops octopus coming down and knocking off the top of that tower, and the guy falling down. And we have the energy of fire there, showing that passion, that astrological correspondence to Mars, and shows like the ability to rebuild after that, learning from those experiences and being able to rebuild from the pieces, taking those lessons of our past and choosing to rebuild. The star follows the tower here, and we have the Aquarius symbol for Aquarius right there because it's astrologically connected to Aquarius, which also connects it to the fixed air sign of the zodiac. So we have that energy of the Aquarius and the fixed air right there, showing the hope that remains after the collapse of the tower. The star power, the talent card, hidden talent card of the major arcana. We have the moon, which is astrologically connected to Pisces. We have that symbol right up there. And we have the symbol for water down here. Taking those taking our emotions, trusting our emotions, being able to change our lives for the better, paying attention to our dreams. And you can see here, like bringing those thoughts into life. The animal carrying the fish right there, showing that energy of Pisces in the fish. trusting our emotions and trusting ourselves enough to believe we can take those dreams and make something of them. The Sun, the most positive card of the tarot, follows the Moon here. And it's interesting because this kind of has the energy of Aries connected to it, even the Devil, because it has that goat head with the horns and everything, and the arms reaching up to it, saying, I'm going to strive to achieve my goals, whatever that might be. With the there is no astrological symbol here. Actually, there it is. Okay, I did find it. The little circle right there in the dot, that's the astrological symbol for the sun. And we have the fire, the passion, the enthusiasm, and everything right there with the triangle that points up. And we have Judgment next. And you can see here, there is no astrological correspondence to Judgment. We just have the symbol for the fire right there, showing being reborn, forgiving our past, and being able to begin again, to take those lessons of our past and make our futures what we want them to be by judging ourselves fairly. You know, we're the ones in control. We were the only ones that can forgive our past in order to move forward and find those days in the sun. And then we complete our major arcana here with the World, and we have the illustration right there. Now the World, instead of just the one symbol here, has every single symbol. So it has the fire symbol, it has the earth symbol, it has the air symbol, and the water symbol down here. So it connects all that energy because it's the completion of the major arcana, showing that success of that world, feeling on top of the world, and the infinite energy here with the Arboros, with the horns in this one, and has circling the character as she stands there and just appreciates all she has achieved. Now, there is this symbol up here. Now, my memory does not serve me enough to know exactly what that symbol is. A little bit of studying, a little looking online, you can easily find the information about that symbol. So that is the major arcana of this beautiful deck, the Medieval Mischief Tarot. And we'll get now to apparently the wand suit. Here's the ace. We have that energy of the fire there. The only color we've seen in this deck other than black and white with that red. The two of wands, the card of should I stay or should I go? The three, I've made the choice. Now this is kind of the illustration, yes, the illustration that was on the box that we began with, that one right there. Three of Wands is my favorite card of the tarot because it just shows that passion and enthusiasm that can inspire others to embrace their own passion and enthusiasm. Four thought follows three, and we have the illustration there, the fire again, just appreciating the strong foundation that passion gives you. He's just chilling, he's just laying. It's just a very peaceful energy. We have that 4 right there in the middle, which looks a lot like the energy of Jupiter with that symbol we've seen with the astrological correspondence of Jupiter. It is the number 4 though. It connects to the strong foundation, and the strong foundation we are all on our own, when heart, body, mind, and soul are all focused on what we want to achieve. We have the 5 of Wands, the card of passions conflicting with other people's passions, immaturity winning. And we have this fire and this symbol for fire going right there. The 6 of Wands is next, the card of victories, no matter how small, and celebrating him. And all those wands surrounding him right there could be represent the victories he's achieved in his past, and knowing with that fire right there, the victories he can achieve moving forward. 7 of Wands, the card of defending ourselves against people that are against our passions, sort of like the 5 of Wands, it's just a little bit stronger, you know, knowing what we're passionate about, believing in those passions, and being willing to defend them. 8 of Wands, those passions making our lives move more quickly, and he still seems to be like chilling down there, just comfortable and enjoying himself, and watching as all those wands take off. The 9 of Wands is also seen as a card of defending our passions, because we've learned from the experiences that not everybody is out to help us or has our best interests in mind. We have the 10 of Wands, which is the card of being overwhelmed by too many passions at once. So you might be overburdened. He doesn't seem all that overburdened though. He's got those, he's in control, and he keeps going. You know, even if you're overburdened right now, you're feeling overwhelmed, if you don't give up and you're willing to ask for help, you know, you can overcome anything. We get to the courts of the minor arcana and the suit of wands. We do have this P up here, which makes me think it's for a page, but I could be wrong about that. We have the symbol down here for fire again, but also the symbol up here for earth. So this does tell us it's the page of the suit, because pages always relate to the earth, whereas knight is most likely next. That does not tell me what that C is, because knight starts with a K, not a C, but we can still say, you know, make it a joke in my head so I can remember this. Knight, that could be it. With the C, we had the fire there, and again the earthly energy there, but he's on the beast that's taking him forward. He's soldiering on. That inner fire that makes us want to go forward, to soldier on to what we're passionate about. The queen follows the knight in the suit, and we have it right here. She's holding the wand. She's looking forward. She's the creator of her destiny. She knows what her passions will take her, just like we know where our passions can take us. This is the most creative queen of the court. We have the Q right there relating to queen, and we have the water energy showing the queen energy as well. And that leaves us with the king of wands. He's got 3 heads here. He's fun to look at. He's got the fiery passion wands right there in his hands. And he's got the air symbol right there. And with the K, we know this is very much the king of the court. So I'm just curious what that C actually means, because it's not knight, but maybe the guidebook will tell us. We move from the suit of wands to the suit of cups. And we have the illustration right here, and I bet all of these will have this symbol up here of water. There's the 2 of cups, and it shows just the connection these two people have, the emotions that tie them together. The 3 of cups, that just looks like an illustration of enjoying yourself, you know, tipping. That is the energy of the 3 of cups, toasting your cups to the ones that fill you up with happiness and joy. And she seems to be by herself, but she's still tipping her cup up to what fills her with joy. The 4 of cups, the card I like to call the boredom card of the tarot, and he does seem a little bit bored as he looks over. He looks a little bit drunk as well, so that's interesting. And he seems to just be focused on all these cups that no longer bring him joy. The 5 of cups, focusing on what's been lost and not seeing what still remains. And she does. She looks very, very sad right there, and she's looking at that cup, but the cup doesn't look whatever's in the cup doesn't look all that enjoyable either. The 6 of cups, the card of nostalgia. She's sitting there, she's looking at the little list of maybe a note that she wrote herself in a long time ago. That's a really fun thing to do, is like save your journals and stuff and look back at the things that you wrote as a kid or wrote back like 10 years ago and see just how much life has changed. The 7 of cups, the card of choices, is next, and you can see all the different choices there. The heart, the time, the unicorn. You got the energy of the 7 up there, and the energy right there of water again. It just shows all the choices that remain when you're able to look away from the past, learn the lessons it has to teach you, and see the potential that remains. The 8 of cups, the card of leaving behind what no longer emotionally satisfies us, is next. And this is the energy of the card on top of the box. So this is a fun illustration. Just shows, it doesn't show the calm, like, stacked neatly cups that like the 8 of cups the Rider-Waite-Smith shows, but it shows her very much just not interested in whatever these cups held, and she's able to move forward and leave it behind. With the 9 of cups now, the wish card of the tarot, looking into that cup, it's maybe the same woman that we saw in this illustration. She's able to look in there and know that she has the power now, that she's left behind what no longer emotionally satisfies her, to find what does emotionally satisfy her. And then the happy family card of the tarot shows the couple right here in the 10 of cups. They're just enjoying each other's company. There is no children in this, which is very much what we usually see in this illustration, but it shows the happy family that we can be just with another soul or even with ourselves. The Page of Cups, and we can see him there holding that cup, waiting to see what will fill it up with happiness and joy. The Knight of Cups, with that C that still confuses me. The Queen of Cups, we can see there that she's actually a mermaid, showing how connected she is to her emotions. Queen of Cups is considered the most intuitive intuitive member of the court. You can see here just how much she is intuitive and connecting with her emotions. And then the King of the Court, we can see there the fillings of the cup, or what fills the cup up with joy is filling his heart up with joy too, showing that importance of leading with love and trusting ourselves enough to let our hearts lead in life. Move from the King of Cups to the Suit of Swords, and we have the energy of air right there, because the Suit of Swords is always connected to air. Move from the Ace of Swords to the Two of Swords. We have that illustration there, and it's reminiscent of like the Deviant Moon Tarot more than the Rider-Waite-Smith, because the Rider-Waite-Smith doesn't show like 2 characters, it shows 1 and they're blindfolded, but these are coming to a truce and agreement, which I've seen in the Deviant Moon Tarot, and it might be the Marseille style tarot, where it's like 2 conflicting energies, 2 people that could have been fighting with each other are actually getting along. The Three of Swords, the card of heartbreak and betrayal, is next. You can see the stabbed heart right there, and the illustration has the air symbol again. The Four of Swords, the card of resting and reflecting before we move forward. The Five of Swords, an interesting illustration because this is the card I call the victim or the victor card, and it seems they're taking a break to decide, do they feel like the victim or can they be the victor? We have the Six of Swords, the card of leaving behind the stress and finding a time of peace and harmony. You can see the illustration there. He's very much leaving it behind and helping the woman do the same thing. The Seven of Swords, see the illustration there, the Thief card of the tarot. It does seem she's taking away with all the stuff while the other people slumber because it's nice and dark in there. The Eight of Swords, the card of feeling like a prisoner in our own minds. It does seem they feel like a prisoner. It even seems to be keeping them awake at night, just doubting themselves. The Nine of Swords, the card of feeling, that's the card that most likely, more than often or not, has the illustration of the guy laying awake at night, letting the inner demons fill him with fear and anxiety and not able to move forward. And here it's like that, just that ability to stab yourself and to like maim yourself and fill yourself with so much sadness and pain that you're not able to move forward. And then we have the lay down and die card of the sword suit, the Ten of Swords. As you can see there, she's very sad. She's got a lot of scars around her head. Like a lot of experiences have left her wanting to give up and throw in the towel. The Page of Swords is next. And we can see the illustration there. Thinking about what you want to achieve, taking those ideas and moving forward with them. He's using the earth right there as a stepping stone, showing the ability to take those ideas and make them into something. The Knight of Swords, of not afraid of chaos. Again, he has those thoughts, those ideas with that sword of how he can use those ideas and overcome the obstacles that stand in his way. The Queen of Swords, she's actually gripping her sword, looking forward, be able to go after her dreams and, learning from the past so she can make her future what she wants it to be. And then the most logical king of the court, we had the King of Swords right there. He's also holding on to his sword as he reflects on his past, it seems, because he's looking backwards. Now we have the Suit of Pentacles, the final suit of the deck, with the the one or the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and it shows like focusing on this one more so than this one. Not necessarily a balance, but he's still got like that one has the sword, that one has the face, so it's still taking two things and being able to balance them at the same time. The Three of Pentacles, collaboration, working together. The Four of Pentacles, you can see it right there. He's holding on to his box. He's not going to let anybody get into his wealth. The Five of Pentacles, you can see the illustration right there. Down on your luck, not believing in yourself enough, financially unsuccessful, and just, poverty, down on your luck, and not a positive card. Six of Pentacles, the sharing is caring card. And you can see the illustration there, very much sharing. Even the Six is part of it as they share it. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the card of patience right here. Working to achieve your goals, and you're not quite there yet, but your patience with the process, much like that hangman that we talked about earlier, patience with the process will pay off. From the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles, the hard work and effort that goes in to perfect one's goals. You see the paintbrush right there, you see the palette right there, and all the pentacles and all the different shapes and stuff. Everything he has worked hard to achieve. That is the way to success and wealth, is willing to work for it and put forth the effort. Then the Nine of Pentacles, the card of the successful woman. You can see her there holding her bird. That bird is not covered with a mask, suggesting she might be more free than the average Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the card, the Ten of Pentacles, the card of inheritance and generations of family coming together. And you can see that structure right there, that strong foundation of like society and our pasts and our families and everything that have given us like that house and that home and that comfortability that comes with material happiness. We have the Page of Pentacles right here, focused on that pentacle in front of him, despite the fact that he does look a little bit depressed. Let's not forget that this is the medieval Mischief tarot, so medieval times might not have been all that happy, and that's why everybody seems a little bit depressed. A Knight of Pentacles is right there. Again, doesn't look that happy, but they're still focused on their goal, and that's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles. He's not the most exciting or fun soldier of the court, but he is the one willing to do the work, no matter how hard, boring, and mundane that work might be. The Queen of Pentacles right here, and she knows her worth. She's actually achieved that pentacle. It's part of her. She's holding on to it, and it shows that ability to find success and wealth once we've taken those ideas that we run with and willing to put in the work no matter how boring it may be, we can achieve that Queen of Wands status. And that leaves us with the King of Pentacles here, the one that's made a name for himself, sits and appreciates all those wealth of his labor, the fruits of his labor, and has worked hard to achieve them, and he has so much to appreciate. We can achieve that as well when we're willing to work hard for it. And as we get through the deck, I realized this might not have been necessary at all, and I didn't have to keep getting up and pausing the video to see what the different astrological symbols were because I didn't trust myself, because this beauty right here, this beauty has every single symbol you're going to need on it. Water, fire, earth, and air all across the top. We have every single planet here. We've got the moon, the sun. That's the symbol for earth. That's how big of a dork I am. I did not know the symbol for earth. So that's a symbol for earth, and we have all the zodiac signs right there. So all these symbols, you automatically have this card right here. Keep it with it. You'll know all those symbols automatically because you have a cheat sheet, and cheat sheets are so useful when it comes to anything in life. So those are the this is the Medieval Mischief Tarot, created by Riccardo Gil Ferraro. You see the illustrations on the back again right there. Beautiful, beautiful aesthetic, beautiful illustrations. Very, very simple, but so much to learn from. You can see the box right here. Very well made, very heavy duty. And you've got the book as well. It's very informative, and it has a little meaning of everything that's in there. See the different illustrations there. The Major Arcana has a lot more information to it than, say, the Minor Arcana, because the Minor Arcana has these, it's got the Ace too, and they call them clubs too in this deck instead of wands. And it has the key words right there in it as well. And we have the different illustrations on the collar even, like the wands, you could see there, if I can get back to it. Oh, the wands, yeah, clubs was red, the wands, or the cups are blue, the coins there, pentacles, are green, and then makes the suit of swords yellow. So it kind of connects to the colors as well. That was a look, if you haven't seen it before, of the Medieval Mischief Tarot. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if this deck calls to you, I will put a link in the description below of where you can purchase it for yourself. No guarantees it's going to be $11 and something like it was for me, because I got it 50% off from Amazon, but that might still be the case. If you like this deck and you don't want to get it for yourself, but you'd like a reading with it, feel free to comment on this video, message me on either of the socials. I'll leave that information in the link below as well, or book a reading directly on my website. That's always an option too. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.